So I got this question. He asked me to keep his name secret, and I will, for obvious reasons. And I thought, you know what, let me just give this little bit of life advice out to the younger man out there. He said, I broke up with my ex. When do I know if it's too late? She's asking for me back. How do I know if it's too late to take her back, or should I take her back, or should I not take her back? The answer to whether or not you should take an ex-girlfriend back is very simple. And I know this, and most fully grown men probably know this. But for the younger guys out there, let me explain to you exactly what it is. If she has had another boyfriend or another sexual partner or another relationship since the breakup, it is too late to take her back. It is over at that point. Because no matter what happens in the relationship, no matter if you get married, have kids, if you stay together for a very long time, because that all happened because it didn't work out with the guy who she was with after your breakup. So you are always going to be plan B. You're always going to be the fallback guy. You're always going to be the idiot that's always there. So if she's had a week or two and, hung out with her girlfriends and cried into her pillow, by all means take her back. The moment there's been another guy in the scene at all, she's only interested in taking you back and getting back with you because it didn't work out with him. So don't let yourself be played like that. Yeah, don't be second place to anybody. So that's when it's too late.
You text all your exes. Missing You Now by Michael Bolton. She too, it's been so long. So how are things? And I know
fatality. Leave me alone, please leave me alone. 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 Kado jaake mukkana hai 10 lakh don. Leave me alone.
Hey guys, here in today's video, I'll leave my take on Jonah's current situation. Share your opinions too in the comment section. Here goes. Jonah here. I was with my ex for about 4 years. We got along great, but she was primarily concerned with herself. Half or more of our time together would be devoted to discussing her issues, insecurities, and so on. Otherwise, she'll have a fit. I considered ending our relationship several times, but I never did because I didn't want to cause her any pain. But then she breaks up with me because she starts dating another guy and doesn't tell me about him until she's sure they're going steady. After that, she completely cuts me off from her world. For a few solid months, I was truly depressed, but she refused to help. She called me a few times to talk about herself. I was embarrassed and felt used. The mud was suffocating, but I managed to free myself. It was the hard way that I realized something. Next thing I know, she's bombarding me with emails. It seems her boyfriend broke up with her because he couldn't handle her unstable emotions and self-doubt. On the same day, she tells me how stupid it was of her to dump me, considering I was the best available male companion. Even though I agreed to meet with her, I have no interest in pursuing a romantic relationship with her. The extent to which she has rationalized her actions leads her to believe that they were entirely appropriate. As a result, I have a couple options now. Being the more mature of the two of us, I can tell her that she needs to move on. I could either keep my feelings to myself or tell her how I really feel. I'm not going to insult her or anything. All I'm going to say is you've lost me because you're too focused on yourself, and I hope you realize that. You are horrible to others. I can't say that I love you any longer. No doubt she won't change for the better, but it would make me feel better if I could let her know how awful she is. The question is, what would you do? It's tough, I know, Jonah. You've been tossing and turning at night, trying to figure out what she's up to and why this has happened. As someone who has experienced this firsthand, I can attest to how miserable it is. You're being told to just move on, but that's easier said than done. Remember that breakups are a gift in disguise the next time you feel down and lonely. You don't see the point right now, but you will eventually. Eventually, you will be able to move past your grief and forget about your feelings altogether. It will be well worth it in the end, so please persevere and don't turn back. I understand that you miss her, but you need to consider this logically. Would you take her back if she texted you right now and begged? It's fine to answer yes. You have to ask yourself why you would. Is it your intention to return to your previous state of unhappiness and pain? What if you lose your mind trying to show her how much you care? One of my exes and I got back together once, and it was the same old nonsense. she was still the same self-centered woman, and our arguments revolved around the same topics. If I've already experienced that twice, why would I want to do it again? Indeed, I was deeply infatuated with her. While we may not have had much in common, we shared a special connection that I have never felt with anyone else. I had hoped that our relationship would lead somewhere permanent. A few words were enough to bring the whole thing tumbling down. Put your feet up and reflect on all the nonsense they made you go through. Were you abused in the relationship? Has she ever made you feel inferior or unworthy in her eyes? Whenever you were around her, did you find yourself tiptoeing? Can you believe she lied to you, betrayed you, tricked you into thinking you were the irrational one? Did she just up and leave, leaving you to ponder your mistakes? How did you treat her? Nothing more than a surface for her to stroll across. Would you still say yes to getting back with her after answering these questions? The cold, hard fact is that if something doesn't work the first time, it probably won't work the second. On rare occasions, former partners can reconcile and go on to enjoy a long and happy life together. But don't waste your time thinking about how things might have turned out differently. Similar to a shattered plate, a relationship that breaks can never be put back together. The mending process is a collaborative one, requiring work from both parties. It may have repaired, but there are still fissures, and it's just as fragile as ever. I hope you know that you deserve better than that. And trust me when I say this. You're more valuable than returning to a woman who will subject you to the same nonsense she did before. You are worthy of joy, of love that knows no bounds, and of a committed partnership. A woman worthy of you would never put herself in danger of losing you, and your ex is not the person to find it in. I promise you that. Where love was lost is not where it will be found. Keep going, because better times are ahead, and they do not include your ex. That's all for today, guys. If you found value in this video, don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button to get more dope content like this every day. Till next time.